It's a standalone Sunday game in the Ninja A-League with implications all up and down the table. It might be Brisbane Roar against the Wellington Phoenix from Perry Park, but 4th to 8th all have an active interest in the outcome of this game that could shake up the ladder and shake up the seasons of these two finals aspirants who are hoping to string together some good form. They are dead level head-to-head historically, 2 wins, 2 draws each over the 6 appearances, and neither team has ever kept a clean sheet when Brisbane plays Wellington, regardless of venue. If that's not a guarantee of goals, I'm not sure what is. They're also tied head-to-head for 11 goals each scored against each other. They literally can't be split. Perry Park's been getting some amazing crowds, record crowds in recent Brisbane home games, but they want the results to go with it. There's the Roar in their orange home kit with the blue shorts, while Wellington will be wearing their grey pastel away kit for this one. And that's the scene at Perry Park as we look at the Brisbane team lineup. Coming off a 3-2 defeat away in Perth last weekend, the suspended Holly McQueen is replaced by Deborah Ann Delaharp, while the injured Sian Fryer is replaced in the starters by Isabella Hoyos. 2 players, Tamar Levin and Tanae Morris, are promoted to the substitutes bench. And as the players walk out onto the pitch, great to see the mascots all kitted up as well, getting to go out onto the pitch with their Ninja A-League heroes. Leading the line there, Emily Pringle, and there's Lainey Fryer, one of the 4 players tied for the Golden Boot at the moment. And behind her is the starting debutante, Isabella Hoyos, only 16 years old, a picture of focus at the moment. It'll be her 4th career game for the Australian under-17 international, who came through Springfield United and the QAS before joining the Brisbane Roar. Always exciting when you get to walk out onto the pitch for the first time and make your starting debut. She is an Australian under-17 international of Colombian and Chilean heritage. Let's take a look at the Wellington lineup. They're coming off a 1-0 defeat away to the Central Coast Mariners last week. 1 change to the starters. Daisy Brazendale comes in, moving striker Olivia Ferguson to the bench. A bit of a shake-up amongst the subs, with Brooke Neary preferred to Amy Daniele as backup keeper. Zoe McMeekin and Liv Ingham also out of the squad. Potential debutante Amelia Abbott amongst the subs, as is Japanese national Mebe Tanaka. Annalie Longo scored both the goals when these two teams last met at Porirua Park. Longo loves playing against the Brisbane Roar. It's her favourite opponent, 10 head-to-head appearances for 4 goals, including scoring for Sydney against Brisbane as far back as January 2013. But those recent memories against the Brisbane Roar in December will be far closer to front of mind. Here's the coin toss being administered by a young fan, and our referee is overseeing it, Molly Godsell, with assistants Misuk Park and Janelle Samet, and the 4th official holding the ball there is Rebecca Durkow. Looks as though the Phoenix have won the toss. So handshakes between captains and officials. Tamika Yallop, of course, wearing the armband for the Brisbane Roar. There's the coach, Alex Smith. He did preside over the Roar's record winless streak last season. Their record losing streak is 5 in a row. They're currently coming in off the back of 3 defeats and 4 out of 5. Looking to buck the trend today. Paul Temple still going for shaved head week in, week out this week. And he did make mention in pre-season of consecutive away games in Australia, not as frequently this campaign, so the Phoenix do have the unique challenge of facing that with this week. They were away in Woy Woy last Saturday. They were away in Brisbane today. Let's see how they back up. It is a Raw team that's been hit by suspension and injury. The Phoenix have never won away in Queensland. They did get a 3-all draw a couple of seasons ago. And Brisbane, the heartbreak of a stoppage time loss to the Perth Glory last week. No Sian Fryer today due to an ankle injury. So much responsibility will fall on Tamika Yallop to lead the team. The Matildas squad for the She Believes Cup expected to be announced in the coming week. Be fascinating to see which players from this game are involved. Could Lainey Fryer be joining sister Sian amongst that Matilda's lineup. Grace Jale, seasoned New Zealand international. And another Grace Kualamu is going to take kick-off here with Captain Yallop. Can the Brisbane Roar get back to winning ways? Can the Phoenix win in Queensland for the very first time? Underway at Perry Park. And the Roar take kick-off attacking the left of your screens in the final game of Ninja A-League round 14. Emily Pringle to take the throw in here for Brisbane. Lainey Fryer with a touch back to Pringle. Kualamu, and now Alicia Woods. Popping the ball over into space. A deflection is kind for Fryer off Olivia Kelly. Put out to safety by Manaia Elliott. Fryer, who scored 7 goals in her first 3 games and is looking to refine that goal-scoring touch. Here's Kualamu. 4 for the season already, and receives a shove there from Elliott. No foul. The ball has rolled out for a goal kick. Carolina Villau is the Portuguese stopper for the Wellington Phoenix. Restarts play with a goal kick straight onto the head of Yao. Kelly. The volley deflected kindly. Elliott. Now Daisy Brazendale and Alyssa Wynnum. Core of Wellington's young Kiwi midfield linking up. Long clearance here, of course, for Jale to go and chase. Leah Varley, the Raw centre-back, leads her to the ball. And around the corner to Chelsea Blissett. Blissett's long ball hugging the line. Not quite to the advantage of any teammates, though. This is Tiana Jaber. Kelly to Maya McCutcheon. 2 Americans linking up. Jaber goes for distance. Able to pick out Wynnum, who then had her pocket picked by Woods. Wynnum back in trying to win the ball. He's done well to win the Phoenix a throw. Brazendale to Elliott. Misplaced pass to Nikki Yallop capitalises. Now Pringle trying to go for a run. Didn't make a great deal of progress. And the Phoenix not afraid to reset with their goalkeeper, Carolina Villau, whenever they need to. This is Mackenzie Barry now on the ball. Villau. McCutcheon to Barry. Lara Wall, first touch for the Kiwi left back. Here's Longa. Brazendale. Phoenix looking confident on the ball. Not even 3 minutes in. Jaber. Good first touch to control the pass by Wynnum. See them really trying to keep the tempo high, the Phoenix. Daunted by being the away team. Wynnum again. Weaving through the Raw midfield. Can't get the better of Zara Kruger, though. Elliott. And Brazendale just trying to bring the ball under control. Loses out to Lainey Fryer. Now Kualamu. And Molly Godsell, the referee, has seen a shove to the back of 17-year-old Kualamu by Tiana Jaber. Very physical defender, Tiana Jaber. 24 years old. Against the teenage Kualamu. Shouldn't be forgotten, is in her first season back from an ACL as well. Continuing to build up her minutes. Look very impressive. Longa. Maya McCutcheon looking for the right pass. Jaber. Elliott. And wins the throw. Grace Jale takes the ball out on the wing. Manaia Elliott spins away from Pringle. And who got the last touch here as it hits the byline? Both teams appealing. Brisbane Roar were adamant it was a goal kick, but Emily Longo's clapping, and a little thumbs up from Manaia Elliott leads to the first corner of the game. Elliott, who has 3 goals of her own this season, was trying to be the creator here and engage Tish Woods. And it did look like Woods got the last touch there, but there was that cross which caught a deflection. So a first corner of the game for either team to be taken by the Wellington Phoenix. High to a pack of players. They rose highest of them all and seemingly got the last touch, not goal bound. Olivia Sakani trusted in goal by the Brisbane Roar to start a 14th consecutive game, 4 clean sheets this season. But won't have the happiest memories of last time Roar played the Phoenix. They did cough up a goal with an error playing out from the back, so it's a problem that has appeared at times for this Brisbane team that prides itself on being the ball-dominant side and keeping possession. Phoenix are one of the few teams in the league that would fancy their chances of possessing them and being able to dictate the terms today. Sakani's clearance only as far as Jaber. A high ball there to be won. Blissett confronted by Wynnum. And a duel ensues, and a little too overzealous from Alyssa Wynnum. Here's another look at the little snaps at the ankles, and neither of them too close to the ball from Wynnum. 70-30 split in possession already, early days. We'll see how that shakes out through the course of the game, and if both teams get to enjoy spells on top, or if there is one dominant team that emerges. Paul Temple has shown a degree of pragmatism with how his side has approached the season so far. Never been afraid to switch up the lineup. No, moving Grace Jale into striker today, and his import forward Olivia Ferguson to the bench. Here is Jale. Brazendale. And now Jaber. Elliott didn't see a chance to progress down the right, so goes and resets with Kelly. Now Barry to Longo. Lara Wall cuts it inside for Maya McCutcheon. McCutcheon was brought to ground, but still got the pass away to Wynnum. So Wynnum wanted to force it back out to the left. Wasn't quite on, but she's going to get a second chance in possession here. Great little sidestep from Wynnum. And the whistle's gone. Players coming back for an ankle tap. Tamiki Yallop was the player fouled. #171st A-League women's appearance today for Tamiki Yallop, who also starts the game level on 70 career goals in this competition with Sam Kerr, a tie for second all time. Leah Varley. Forceful pass, brought down by Jaber. Elliott. Back to Carolina Villau, who's drawn out of her area, and the pass, well, beats all in sundry and is cleaned up by the starting debutante Hoyos. Pringle. Blissett. Lainey Fryer. Now Tish Woods. Through ball, a promising one. The crowd rises as Yallop to the edge of the box on an angle. Yallop cuts onto her left, blocked. Mackenzie Barry put her body in line of the shot, and now Annalie Longo. Can the Phoenix counter at speed? Jale back to Longo, popped over the top. Of course, for Jale to go and chase, and she will get to the ball first. Jags around Varley. Advantage given. Wall. Possession given away. Phoenix might have preferred a stand-up free kick in the end there, but trying to take their advantage, not able to make much more of it. Ball down the right. Kualamu able to evade Mackenzie Barry's slide tackle. Here's another look at that pass. It just kept moving away from Yallop, and as she cut onto the left side here, Mackenzie Barry, a good recovery to get the outstretched right leg in front of an attempted shot. And Delaharp starting it right back today for the Brisbane Roar. Takes the throw in here. Kualamu. Yallop. Real scrap for possession. Varley. Has her pocket picked by Jale. And Wynnum trying to advance the ball. Roar have got the numbers covering. They'll go all the way back to Sakani, their American goalkeeper. Delaharp. Yallop back to Delaharp. Referee had a bird's eye view, didn't reach for the whistle. Play continues. Brazendale working with Jaber. You can see Laney Fryer trying to initiate a press, but the Phoenix looking pretty comfortable playing through it at the moment. And Mania Elliott has left a couple of players in her wake. Elliott bearing down on the penalty area. Cut back to Wynnum, and Wynnum puts it in the gloves of the goalkeeper. Alyssa Wynnum, who scored her first career A-League goal against the Brisbane Roar in January of 2022. Trying to find the back of the net against them for a second time in her career. Roar have gone down the other end in the blink of an eye, but the Phoenix defence have been able to close ranks and dispossess Kualamu. Elliott. Varley. Well, the Phoenix will be encouraged with how they exploited the right side of attack there. They've had Mania Elliott able to get in behind the defence. We'll be hoping for more repeats of that as this first half goes on. Here is Elliott on the ball now. Jale. Jaber. That pass not on the same wavelength as the Phoenix attackers. Sakani plays it to Hoyos. Isabella Hoyos, a deflection, is going to have a clearance to make here. Barry kept the ball in. Now Kelly. See Kualamu's most advanced Raw player, and now Yallop getting interested in challenging Barry for the ball. Things hurry up just a little, and it does force a turnover. Zara Kruger tried to slide it on. Ball out to the right flank. Delaharp swings it across. The tall Kelly leans into the header as far as Laney Fryer. Now Yallop shooting from distance, and Villau is able to catch that comfortably enough on two bounces from Tamiki Yallop. Missed the game away in Wellington when these teams last met due to the travel logistics of coming back from international duty. As did Sian Fryer, funnily enough, so the Phoenix have seen the Roar twice this season. They haven't seen Sian Fryer in either game. One of the players who is never afraid of getting into a dialogue with the match official. Of course, wearing the captain's armband makes it that much easier. McCutcheon out to the left flank. Here's Lara Wall. Wall's cross, Wynnum. Tried to find space for a shot, couldn't quite fashion it goalward though. And it takes a series of deflections out. Here's another look, Lara Wall, a wing back who is not afraid to get forward, and that was Varley who got the block in the end there. Emily Longo goes over to take the corner. So the Phoenix had a corner from the right-hand side. Now they've got one on the left. You can see there's a bit of a swirly breeze just rippling the net at the moment. Corner goes to the near post and is comfortably dealt with initially by Blissett, and will roll back out for a second chance. Longo loads up again. Goes for the short corner this time. Manaia Elliott. Hands immediately full with Yalla. Pushes it back to Longo. The short range cross this time. Right back into the traffic. Sliced into the penalty area. But all's well that ends well in the gloves of Sakani. So 16 scoreless minutes ticked by. An intriguing game between two teams playing good football at the moment, you'd have to say. I'm sure both would love to turn it into more shots on goal, but they're committed to playing possession style between the two of them at present. Varley. Delaharp, a hurried flick on. It's a volunteering of possession. Back to Wellington. Barry, bit of a blind turn, but knew she had Longo on. And the Phoenix bench not happy with the physical attention to Mackenzie Barry from Kualamu there, who's whistled for the foul. Manaia Elliott back over on the right wing, and this time Chelsea Blissett gets the better of her, taking the ball cleanly, but a deflected pass straight to Jaber. Wynnum trying to find space, able to evade the initial challenge of Kruger, and then the pass not able to match how well she protected the ball. Manaia Elliott's down. It's a hand or a wrist problem that's afflicted the 19-year-old Kiwi here. Sprinting out here. It's a bottle of pickle juice that went flying. Someone will need that later when we get to the cramps. It was a warm but certainly not oppressive 27 degrees at kickoff. Windy as well. And there's the pickle juice. So we're not 100% sure what the problem is here for Manaia Elliott, but it is going to require some treatment. It was an earlier knock or an earlier incident. She just pulled up there. There doesn't seem to be any lumps or anything totally out of the ordinary with that wrist. So hopefully a bit of running repairs means that she won't have to leave career game number 30 too early. Grand DJ taking the chance to play a bit of music in this little break.
Right, right, fans, let's make some noise for your team, the Brisbane Roar!
And that reflects just what good crowds the Roar have been getting here at Perry Park. So a drop ball to restart play. And it is 11 versus 10 for now, because as you can see in the foreground there, treatment continues on the wrist of Manaia Elliott, who's got a little bit of strapping. Seems as though she's been given the okay to come back on, so the full complement is restored for the Wellington Phoenix. An errant pass here gives them possession too. Now with the Raw subs all warming up, fairly mandatory somewhere between the 15 and 20 minute mark, even if there's no one injured and no plans for a play to make way before half time. Another foul here. This time it's Kualamu on the receiving end. Excellent young player, Grace Kuilamu. You see here she tried to rob McCutcheon of the ball and got fouled for her trouble. Varley's pass to Woods. Now Kruger sends it left. Blissett. Phoenix advancing their midfield up here. Varley is going to try to take on Wynnum. Back to Blissett. And then Blissett firmly struck past. That's given the ball away. Brazendale. Wynnum. Jale at the back heel. Clever. Wynnum. Out to the wing where Elliott is storming forward here. Mania Elliott and blocked away. Vital from Alicia Woods to put it behind for a corner. Those running repairs certainly didn't take any burst out of the legs of Mania Elliott, because that was top speed there after she got the better of Pringle. So another corner for Wellington. Can they make the territorial advantage count? Corner swings in, and a firm header away by Varley. Jaber. Elliott. Jaber goes for the long ball. The attack breaks down. Blissett goes for distance. Kuilamu's a bit of a lone hand here, but has a physical presence to just push up on Jaber, and Phoenix have given away the ball as a result. Yallop, though, a cross that was just trying to force the issue a little. Carolina Villau hasn't had a great deal of work to do in recent times. You can see from the final third entries, it's fairly even, but over the last 7 or 8 minutes, it does feel as though the Phoenix have been the team shading the contest at the moment. Longo. Varley trusts the back pass here to Sakani. It takes a deflection and then missed by Kruger. McCutcheon coming through. Edge of the box. Wynnum fires the shot over. Well, Alyssa Wynnum, I feel like her shooting technique is still a work in progress. 3 career goals in what is now game number 52. She does get into some great scoring positions. You see there, the gears were turning on thinking about what type of shot to go with. Low, high, power, placement, and ultimately scooped it over. Raw have got themselves in a tangle here. Phoenix win back possession through Longo. McCutcheon, Brazendale. Back to Mackenzie Barry. Jaber, and that's going to catch a header off Woods, and that did appear to be sailing out for a goal kick, but Tish Woods perhaps not aware of where some of the Phoenix attackers were placed and heads it behind for another corner kick. And the Phoenix have dominated the corner count through 23 minutes. It's 5-0. Plenty of tall targets to aim for, but the last corner was emphatically headed away by Varley. What have the Phoenix got this time? Well, it's going to be allowed to bounce through the penalty area, so the delivery not quite on the money yet. Longo weaving away with the ball. Kelly to Jale at the top of the box. Great turn. Barry had stayed forward from the set piece. McCutcheon able to evade Landy Fryer's challenge. Yallop deflected away by Brazendale. And that allows Elliott to get to the ball. Takes the game on through the middle. Great turn by Wynnum and protected the ball. And Wynnum, well, textbook challenge coming back from Varley. It's a midfield battle at the moment. Who will prevail? Phoenix are going to take the ball and just reset. That's what's made this game so entertaining. You see the clever spin and good close control of Alyssa Wynnum, followed by brilliant centre-back play from Leah Varley. First goal could prove to be so important here, but well, Wynnum tried to step around Varley, who said, no, you don't, and took it away. Kelly, Elliott. See the strapping, the extent of the strapping now around the wrist of Mania Elliott. Throws it down the line, immediately repelled with a header. Brazendale. Jale got to the ball first, but blocked and deflected away. And Mackenzie Barry will go and retrieve. This was intercepted initially by Delaharp. McCutcheon doing the midfield battle, able to extract the ball. Jale in a tangle against Hoyos, able to get past her, lunges past Varley, and a foul given. And a heavy landing too for Grace Jale. Varley shows a bit of sportsmanship going in to check on her felled opponent. Here's another look. Pretty blatant foul. So Varley be happy to have just the foul, no card. And, well, clash of shins has left the Raw defender just a little proppy here. In fact, she's down on her haunches. Here's another look at it. And the outstretched left leg. May have been Varley committing the foul, but she got the full force of Grace Jale on the way through. Will the trainer be called out? Seemingly so. And with Holly McQueen suspended after being sent off against Perth last week, Raw could ill afford for another defender to go down here. Not least because it might lead to a bit of positional switching in the team. They don't really have a natural defender on the bench. Tamar Levin has played as a fullback at times, but the other substitutes for the Raw are winger Mariel Ecker and two attackers, Evie Popadinova and Tanae Morris. Varley, can she put weight on that left leg? She's able to walk off under her own steam, but still limping. She's going to be off the pitch here, meaning that the Phoenix will have a player advantage, at least for this upcoming free kick. There's Alyssa Wynnum's number so far. One of the real creative outlets of this competition, trying to put her stamp on this game. So it is 11 versus 10 for the Phoenix at this free kick. Elliott rolls it to Wynnum at the edge of the box. Wynnum spinning away from Pringle. And a shot that just drifts into the grasp of Sakani. Delaharp shut down by a bit of defending from the front. Here's another look at Wynnum, able to evade Pringle, but again, a shot without really the power nor the placement to trouble the goalkeeper. Here's Wynnum. Jale. Back to Wynnum. Longo. Wynnum's involved in everything for the Phoenix at the moment and wins a throw-in. Here's Alyssa Wynnum again, spinning at the edge of the box. Another shot coming in. She's out to prove a point today, Alyssa Wynnum. Claps the hands together and a bit of a rueful shake of the head. She's getting into good positions. And the Raw, at the moment, they're chasing shadows whenever she's on the ball. Paul Temple knows his team's on top here, but they're not cashing in. They're not really testing Raw's goalkeeper, Olivia Sakani, significantly enough. Fryer. Back to Hoyos. Looks as though Tish Woods has dropped into centre back for now. Here's Zara Kruger running into a 1-on-2, and the numbers went out for Wellington, at least initially. Slight challenge came in. Ball driven cross field. Charley trying to steal a march on Blissett, who won the header. Fry's back pass puts the pressure on. And hooked away by Hoyos. Out to the line, where Wall has won possession back for Wellington. And Wall steps to the byline, lifts in across. Elliott over her and Pringle's head, recycles the ball. Jaber, the centre-back, getting forward, right to the edge of the attacking third. Elliott, look at this, down to Jaber off on a run, and the ball eventually goes out.
Substitution for division number 2 in
this is going to lead to quite a bit of positional switching, because centre-back Leah Varley is off for Raw's Bulgarian striker, Evie Popadinova. So less than ideal for the Raw. Holly McQueen suspended. Now Leah Varley off with an injury. Here's Alyssa Wynnum trying to capitalise. Wynnum, ball glued to her feet at the moment, and then eventually nicked away. So will it be Alicia Woods, nominally a central midfielder, who steps into centre-back now for Brisbane? A push here and a free kick. Deborah Ann Delahaye. Bit of light rain starting to fall at Perry Park. I feel like this is a huge defensive stand here for the Raw. They've got to recalibrate with Varley, who's been a mainstay of their team, now off the pitch. Here comes the free kick. And a header deflecting on and wide of the post. No real threat to the Raw goal. Still a long way until half-time, though, so the Phoenix, they know they've got the possession, the territory, but they're still yet to fire too many really threatening shots on goal. Brisbane maybe just absorbed for a bit. Then trust their game style, trust their senior players to find a way to start attacking again, because right now their focus is very much on just trying to hold Wellington out. Here's Yallop. Popadinova looking to make an impact. Advantage given for a foul, and the Raw will, well, perhaps unwisely take that advantage, because the Phoenix had plenty of numbers back covering. They might have liked a free kick there, just to advance some numbers up the pitch. Instead, Wellington have the ball. Barry, the pass to Wall. Wall then gives it away. Delahaye, Kruger. Delahaye forced backwards, but the whistle's gone. Late contact. It was Grace Kualamu who was the recipient of that late contact and is receiving the free kick. There's the Raw bench. The yellow card seemingly given to the bench. Twinkie Yallop is protesting, but well, the first card of the game doesn't go to either of the teams that are out there playing. It goes to the sideline instead. Take it as read that it was the coach, Alex Smith, who received that booking until further notice. Barry's got to be careful with Yallop in the vicinity here. Can the Raw strike? Lainey Fryer taken off her feet immediately. Delahaye is getting forward though. Hangs up across. Kelly able to head it away. Yallop, difficult pass to control. Brazendale, nothing as far as Blissett. Now Woods. It appears as though the Raw have decided that Chelsea Blissett will step into centre-back, a position that she has played at times during her career, so she won't be totally unfamiliar with it. Here's Pringle. Pringle. The ball is cleared away. So here's another look at the late contact from Annalie Longo. So that was a foul that went to Brisbane, and Alex Smith, that's the reaction that has talked his way into the referee's book. Woods, good touch to bring the ball down out of the sky. Jaber clearing. Battle ensues, Longo nods on, but it's all raw. Blissett turning and playing back to Hoyos. What a task for her on debut. Standing at centre back as well. Initially next to Varley, now next to Blissett. Deflected out of Delahaye. So 10 minutes of regulation to go in this first half. Brisbane fans try to rally behind their team, sensing that they might need to be a bit of extra support today to encourage on this side that's come in on a 3-game losing streak. It is losing key pieces that had been so vital in putting them into such a good position. It was a battle of first against second when they played against Melbourne City earlier in the month. McCutcheon. Saw a gap for Jale. Jaber. Kelly. Mackenzie Barry is out in space. Barry saw Wynnum. Wynnum trying for Wall. Jaber, misplaced pass, but Elliott able to deflect it away from Pringle. Really scrappy. Who's going to clean things up? Wynnum, the ideal play to do so. A pass that's good to McCutcheon. Now Elliott twists it through the penalty area. Jale challenging for the ball. And then Longo might have been coming back from an offside position. Laney Fryer. Booted away by Delahaye. Headed on. Late contact here. As Olivia Kelly fouling Papadinova. Will go into the book. The crowd are cheering because the referee, Molly Godsell, has flashed the yellow card. Evie Papadinova, who's only just been subbed on, she has had a hamstring injury that ruled her out for a few weeks this season. Oh, that is naughty from Olivia Kelly. That's a boot to the side of the hip of Papadinova, who thankfully is able to get up okay. Yeah, Papadinova perhaps saying that was a raised boot right there. Got another replay of it here. Of course, there's no VAR in the Ninja A-League. Maybe the contact wasn't forceful enough to merit more than a yellow, but certainly very high contact. So, first player out on the pitch in the book is Olivia Kelly, though, of the Wellington Phoenix. They don't want to let up any momentum here. The roar have steadied. Wall. Advancing forward, Lara Wall. Trying to break into the box. And the end result is a foul on Hoyos. Lara Wall, who passed 1,000 minutes for the season last week, having signed out of the New Zealand National League with Canterbury, seamlessly made the step up to Ninja A-League level. Something that would certainly give a lot of players in the New Zealand National League a lot of confidence that they too can make the leap, especially with Auckland slated to come into the competition next season. Here's Longo. Kelly. Carolina Villar. Barry runs into a bit of trouble in the form of Laney Fryer and then twists out of it. Nicely done by Mackenzie Barry. Jale, Wynnum. Phoenix on the move. Switching flanks over to Manair Elliott on the right. Elliott takes on Popadinova. Can't get the better of her for speed. Wynnum. And a rare misplaced pass from Alyssa Wynnum. Here's Hoyos. His passes in the final third. Wellington nearing double at this point. In fact, they're just ticking over to double, but the territorial advantage hasn't manifested in a lead. Whose concentration will hold up the best as we approach half-time? Chelsea Blissett. Woods. Blissett. Pass into a bit of congestion. Popadinova back to Pringle. Blissett. As the Wellington press advances up the pitch. Pringle cuts it into the middle. And Phoenix do win the ball back. Popadinova's header. Yallop back to Popadinova. Woods has to backtrack. We'd have got a touch on the ball, but only a brief one. So the Raw consolidate possession. Aggressive pass. Popadinova often chasing. Can she get there before the line? She can't. Frustration for Popadinova. Hasn't scored since round one, the Bulgarian. It's her only goal of the season back on November the 2nd, away to Canberra. Just hasn't been able to convert the chances that have fallen her way since, and it's ultimately cost her a spot in the starting 11. She gets an extended run today due to that injury to Leah Varley. Brazendale. Phoenix trying to advance up the pitch quickly. Longo. And that one sails over the head of Manair Elliott on the right flank.
All right, Will fans, 2.5 minutes left in this half. Let's make some noise for your team here today.
Pringle. Chelsea Blissett driving it straight to Olivia Kelly. It's Jale, in fact, on the ball. And the return pass coming. Jale. Back heel, a neat one. Away goes Lara Wall. Wall. Driven straight into the near defender. Disappointment shouldn't be too profound because it's a corner kick still. This was nice. We've seen two very cleverly done back heels in this half from Grace Jale. Good understanding with their teammates. It was Kualamu who caught that deflection to send it out for a corner. So, Natalie Longo has had a few cracks at corners so far. Can she put it on the head of a teammate? Hangs it high. Jale's up. And the best Phoenix corner of the game so far still goes just wide of the post. And there's a bit in the aftermath here because Hoyos has been hurt. She's back to her feet, the 16-year-old. Now she takes a seat again. Let's have a look at what happened with this head clash here. Jale rose highest and, just seemingly making contact with young Isabella Hoyos on the way down. Grace Jale does have a history of concussions that has affected her career for a number of years, so always a bit of concern whenever she is involved in a head knock. Here's another angle of it. Both players going for the ball, just a bit of bad luck really. Quite a height difference between the two as well. players' numbers today. We're about to find out stoppage time, but imagine that whatever gets announced at the 45-minute mark, we'll have a little bit more for this tagged on as well. Hoyos is once again back up to her feet. I'm sure that the doctor there will be putting her through all the tests that are necessary. It's been a compelling first half, but no goals to show for it. The game deserves one. We've ticked into what originally is 5 minutes of additional time, but I'm sure that the referee will be keeping the clock running on how much longer it takes to restart play here. There's a look at the Raw players box. You saw Holly McQueen in the polo shirt, one of the Raw players that's able to play today. Phoenix are having a bit of a powwow amongst themselves, probably discussing what it will take to find the back of the net with the additional time they've got at the end of this first half. Phoenix doctor seemingly happy to walk Grace Jale over to the sideline, so hopefully that means her involvement in the game is not over either. There's Sian Fryer nursing an ankle injury. She'll be sweating on both that and also the Matilda squad for the She Believes Cup that's going to be announced in this coming week. It's been such a revelation for the Brisbane Roar, but they're missing her today. And the ball is back live, so 5 additional minutes plus you'd think at least 90 seconds on top of that after the head clash between Jale and Hoyos. Woods, caught in possession by Wynnum, caught illegally. Foul given against Phoenix number 10. Hoyos back up and running, good to see. Pringle. Woods. Misses Gallop with the pass. Jaber to Barry. Villau. Long ball from Olivia Kelly. Menai Elliott often chasing. A beautifully measured pass, and Elliott went for it. Menai Elliott fired on the tight angle. Every time we've seen her in behind today, she's been more inclined for the cutback. But on this occasion, she couldn't resist the invitation to shoot. Drove it first time, and it just kept rising. That was a magnificent pass from Olivia Kelly, too, to send her in behind. Phoenix have another chance here. Wynnum on the ball. Wall yields possession. Hoyos. Kualamu up against the line. It's going to be a raw throw. Woods. Smith, his halftime team talk will be very interesting, having had to make some major changes on the fly during this first half. McCutcheon. Wynnum tries to pass once, twice, all the avenues blocked. Brought down by Barry. Ball around the corner, and Sakani had to collect. Longo was the advancing attacker that couldn't quite get there. Barry just puts a foot through the ball, and that will force Raw to throw it in from right back. Sakani. Woods, you see the Phoenix trying to press up here. McCutcheon making it awkward for Tish Woods. The clearance away by Sakani. So the initial 5 minutes is up. It's up to the referee how much longer we go. He did lose about 90 seconds for even more treatment during stoppage time. So the Phoenix don't have long if they want to strike before the break. Wynnum turns and faces. Can't find a way through this time. The Raw, maybe one last counter. Woods. Jaber. And back to Kelly it goes. Wynnum. Mackenzie Barry, the Phoenix, patient at the moment. Now a diagonal ball which is intercepted by Pringle. Kruger. Oh, short-lived in possession there. Brazendale wrestled off the ball and a free kick. Going the way of Wellington. Sarah Kruger giving away the foul. So 6 additional minutes ticked by at the end of the first half. Brazendale and now Jaber. And the referee reaches for the whistle. And so a compelling contest between two teams. They've played like they are both well aware of what's at stake with regards to the ladder. As things stand, it's still Brisbane in 5th and Wellington in 8th. Evi Papadinova had to be subbed on for the injured Leah Varley. And the Phoenix may have been territorially dominant, but Olivia Sakani's net didn't really come under significant siege. Will the Phoenix make the necessary changes to find the breakthrough in the second half? Because for now, it's Brisbane Roar 0, Wellington Phoenix 0. Let's get into the match highlights. And this has been a fascinating tactical battle, but ultimately, both goalkeepers will feel as though they haven't had to be too busy in this one. This was a good block by Mackenzie Barry to foil a chance for Tamiki Yallop. Mania Elliott, arguably the best player of the first half, had been getting in behind on a regular basis down the right flank for Wellington. This cutback found Alyssa Wynnum, who wasn't able to really trouble Sakani with the shot. Yallop went from distance here, but that was easy pickings for Carolina Villau. Lara Wall bursting down the left flank for the Phoenix. Crossed it to Wynnum, and Wynnum was denied by the block from Varley. That back heel from Grace Jarley, one of 2 very nice back heels in the half. Elliott again through the right side. This time her attempted a cross was blocked out. This back pass made things a bit awkward for Sakani. McCutcheon found Alyssa Wynnum at the top of the box. And Wynnum's shot just kept rising over the bar. Another look at that. The troublesome back pass that saw the Raw goalkeeper into a bit of trouble. This set-piece opportunity, Alyssa Wynnum again was the player in focus. And that shot came soon after, so Wynnum was the main attacking outlet on the end of many of the chains, and then at the end of the half, Mania Elliott decided to go for it on the tight angle and ultimately drove it over the bar. So here are the numbers. Phoenix ahead in possession. You don't see Brisbane Roar outpossessed that significantly too often this season. Very physical game, 12 total fouls and a yellow card apiece, but Roar's is for their coach, Alex Smith. So scores at the break, and it's anyone's game for now.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are here at Perry Park and we've got our half-time. We're doing link down from the north end to the south end. We've got a parent and child. Team 1 is Lulu and Megan. Let's make a bit more noise for Lexi and Michael, Team 2. And then Team 3 is Indy and Jared. Okay, we're going to link arms and dribble the football from the northern end right through to the southern end. Are you ready? Thumbs up to our contestants. All right, ready, marks. Get set. Go. Here we go. Looks like a little Megan in the start here. Indy and Jared coming up in the second spot. Come on, Lexi and Michael, you can do it. Oh, this is going to be a close one. Come on, ladies and gentlemen, let's get behind them. Lulu and Megan in the front. They're almost there at the southern end. All right, that was almost a stumble on the trip. And they shoot and score. Lulu and Megan, our winner, coming in second place is Lexi and Michael. With Indy and Jared coming in third. Ladies and gentlemen, a big round of applause for our contestants here today, all walking away with a prize.
Another great crowd at Perry Park. They're just waiting for a goal, though. Brisbane 0, Wellington 0 at halftime of this one. It's been an action-packed round of the Ninja A-League. Let's get into the highlights of yesterday's Melbourne derby with your commentator, Georgia Radjic. Melbourne City against Melbourne Victory.
Side to Apostolakis, picked off by Lowe. Rachel Lowe running into space. Rachel Lowe with the scoring! Well, in the opening stands up Victory strike first. And they lead in the Melbourne derby. It was picking off a mistake. And Rachel Lowe just knows how important that goal is for her side in the context of this season. Curling effort, caught by Courtney Newbon. Murphy delivers it in, flashes through, just wide for Claudia Bunch. Oh, she's already scored one goal off the corner this season. Swings it back to find Holly McNamara. Holly McNamara, what can she do? Forces a save from Newbon. Victory keep that clean sheet intact for the moment. McNamara drift inside, opportunity. It flashes wide.
Great job, Holly!
McNamara, smart play to Policina. Receives it back, Holly Mack into the side netting. Well, a strong opportunity for City. You can't help but think of some of these players potentially could be on their final warnings. Chidiak. Gilnick puts it on the left. It's just converting their chances into dangerous chances. Boosting their XG, if you will. Low. Flicks out wide to Gilnick. Gilnick goes for the more powerful shot and just flashes past the post. Policina strikes from range. And forces a fine save from Newbon. Policina all by her lonesome. And Melbourne City have found the back of the net for Rihanna Policina and finished off by Mariella Speckmeyer. And in the final minutes of regular time, they level in the Melbourne derby.
I thought we dominated majority of the game. They got into the game a bit more in the last stages of the game, but yeah, pretty gutted, honestly. We wanted to come away with 3 points, and to draw it at the end was disappointing, but I think it's a really positive game for us to show that we can dominate a team like City.
You've been on a great run of form so far this year for Melbourne Victory, had 3 consecutive wins going into this game. Does it make it a little bit, do you have more confidence building in this part of the season?
Yeah, I think we're still finding what works for us. You know, people are playing out of position. We've had injuries. We've had players leave. So, yeah, we've had to kind of regroup and find what works for us. And I think we're still finding that. We're not at our best by far so far. So, yeah, I think it's positive that, you know, we're winning games and getting, yeah, on a run of, you know, 3 or 4 games unbeaten. So, yeah, I think it's all positive going into the last kind of half of the season.
You know, I thought overall we put in a really good performance. You know, I think we dominated most of the game, possessed most of it, created some chances, and we were finally able to put one away at the end.
And really tough conditions as well. That doesn't help considering the style of play that your team loves is this heavy possession based. How did it feel, though, to get the points in the end, because it keeps you at top of the league?
Yeah, 100%. It felt amazing. Obviously, we want to go into every game wanting to win, but staying undefeated is also just such an amazing achievement, even this deep into the season. So, yeah, it just shows the fight that we have and how bad we want it.
And you set up the goal last week. So much of the work that went into that goal for Holly McNamara was your effort. Today, you're able to get on the score sheet. How did that feel? And talk us through the goal you scored today.
Yeah, obviously, like, whether I'm creating or scoring the goals, both feel amazing. But, yeah, it felt amazing to be able to help my team get a point today. You know, Minnie put in an amazing ball, and all I had to do was just tap it in, and I did just that. So, yeah, all the credit to Minnie.
Ladies and gentlemen, as they come off the field, please put your hands together for our CSQ halftime heroes from the Gap FC and Caboolture FC. Let's make some noise for your team as they make their way back out on the field for the second half. It's time to use your voice and make some noise for your Brisbane Roar!
Wellington Phoenix back out on the pitch, about to be joined by the Brisbane Roar at halftime of this Ninja A-League clash. Scoreless at halftime. For those of you maybe just joining us, Leah Varley subbed off injured in the first half for the Brisbane Roar, replaced by Evie Popadinova, and leading to some significant positional switching. Chelsea Blissett on your screens there went into centre back, and she is partnering fourth gamer, 16-year-old Isabella Hoyos at the centre of the Brisbane Roar defence. Doesn't appear as though they've made any other changes at the break here. Tamika Yallop is very much the senior head in this team now, and she is taking the talk at the start of this second half at Perry Park. Phoenix are already out in position. They want to take kickoff and get this game going. They were on top, 55% possession in the first half, territorially dominant, but didn't really turn it into clear-cut and meaningful shots on goal. And they'll be hoping to find that cutting edge here in the second half. They have made no changes to the 11 that started the game. At the moment, it's a battle of 5th and 8th, but there'll be keen onlookers from the Central Coast, Western United and Canberra, all of whom could be affected by a goal either way as the second half kicks off. And an early foul here. Annalie Longo, the Phoenix captain, drawing that grab of the shirt out of Alicia Woods from the Raw. Here's another look at the midfield tangle. So you do wonder, how early will the Phoenix turn to the bench? They've got their English import striker Olivia Ferguson, Japanese winger Mebe Tanaka, and Emma Main, who can play in midfield and has played at times as a forward. So plenty of attacking options if they don't like the ones out there on the pitch. Here's Annalie Longo now. Cuts out to the left and sends that crossover all and sundry in the penalty area. Popadinova chases it out the other side. Evie's away. Cuts it inside to Lainey Fryer, but then her touch a little gentle, and it gives Phoenix back the ball. Jale breaking through the right. First time shot! And puts it wide at the near side. Grace Jale, 2 career goals in what is now 6 appearances against the Brisbane Roar. 1 for the Phoenix, 1 when she was at Canberra. There's a look at Alex Smith on the Brisbane Roar bench and the support staff, medical team. Meantime, a foul here. Daisy Brazendale. The rain has picked up. It was on and off during the first half. So a wide free kick. The Phoenix have got plenty of tall targets, but they weren't able to make the most of a number of corners in that first half. Maybe a free kick and a change of angle will be the switch up that they need. Mania Elliott to take the set piece. See, the wind is, and the rain as heavy as both have been all day. Elliott trying to boot the ball into both of them. Will get it back for a second chance here. Cross into the near post, headed away by Delaharp. Jaber nods it down, and then booted away by Kulami. The Raw withstand another set-piece opportunity from Wellington. Pass intercepted here, Popadinova. Phoenix backtracking in earnest as Evie Popadinova keeping the ball for now, and then couldn't find a teammate with the pass. Wynnum came in to nick it away. So enterprising run comes to little. Here's another look at the penalty area scramble a moment ago. It's a header into the chest of Pringle. Maybe a half-hearted suggestion of handball, but primarily off the torso. Listen, trying to step out of trouble, Hoyos. Raw keeping possession under a really intense press from the Phoenix, and they're going to do so through Kruger. The back pass here, Sakani had to go first time. It's well controlled by Fryer, and now switching out to the right. Here's Grace Kulami. Chance to run at Lara Wall. Wall's done very well to hold her up here. It's allowed the entire Phoenix defence to backtrack, but Fryer's nearly in, and out comes Villau. Great pass from Yallop. And Lainey Fryer was facing goal, but they just couldn't get the shot away, Brisbane. Encouraging signs, though, for the Roar. Elliott keeps the ball in. Alyssa Wynnum pops it down the line. Blissett. Kruger. Now Yallop. Woods. Raw working through the gears and the outlet pass. Sets Kualamu away, but she's running wide. Lara Wall sticking right there with her. Here's another look at that run from Kualamu earlier, and really nice build-up. Lady Fryer and Tamika Yallop trying to combine with the 1-2, and Jaber got her body in the road. Able to break up the attack. Fryer cuts it back here for Delahaye. Delahaye buys a throw. Yeah, how heavy the rain is coming down now. 5 minutes into the second half. Fryer, not quite to the advantage of Delahaye that time, but the Raw will get a throw once again. Nicked away by Wall. Yallop to Woods. Hoyos. He got the last touch once again. Brisbane ball. Game stuck in a bit of a holding pattern. Out on the right wing as Brisbane Raw see. McCutcheon gets involved, wins it back for the Phoenix. Now Longo. No one ahead of the ball, so Annalie Longo is going to take this and run and hope the numbers break forward in the meantime. Still going Longo. Level with the box, cutting it back, and ultimately Raw had plenty of covering plays. Calm down for a moment with Wellington in possession, which hasn't changed a great deal in the first 6.5 minutes of the second half. It was 55-45 at half-time in Phoenix's favour. Mackenzie Barry. Sakani. Alicia Woods. Barry's in on Yallop, winning the ball back, and Brazendale couldn't find a teammate. Pringle. Pringle running and went to ground, but no free kick forthcoming. Chelsea Blissett on the ball. Hoyos. Pringle, not able to escape Jale, who cleanly won the ball. And now Wynnum at the edge of the box. Alyssa Wynnum on the left foot. Puts it across the face. The shot count continues to tick over for Alyssa Wynnum, but is still looking for the right strike to give Wellington the lead. It's great work by Jale to win the ball back. Wynnum there, not able to get the bend necessary to put that back on the target. To be a high boot. That's the call here. Phoenix think it's their ball. And ultimately, it appears as though it is. Jaber's pass, intercepted by Kruger. Kruger then pickpocketed by Wynnum. Wynnum forcing it down the line. Well, the game has just lost a little bit of the slickness that it might have had in the first half. Both teams committed to playing possession football, but trying to string together those chains of passes at the moment. Not quite going to plan. Throw in taken by Manair Elliott. Brazendale to Elliott. And booted away by Blissett. Brought down by Jaber. And it caught a little nick. In front of full stands at Perry Park. The throw in coming. Well, the game's just a bit of a scrap at the moment. It's out of these situations that sometimes a player can lose concentration and a mistake can be so important. That's a gentle little ball into the box. You might not even call it a shot. Just a bit of a free collect for Sakani. And she's trying to change the pace of the game with a long ball here. Headed by Barry. And Woods with a nudge in the back of McCutcheon. By McCutcheon, the American midfielder. Towers over Tish Woods, but was pushed off balance there. And the Phoenix haven't been able to make the most of the free kick. Delahab, telegraphed the pass, and in steps Jaber, winning the ball away. Now McCutcheon finds Alyssa Wynnum. Wynnum wants to go direct through the midfield here. Longo. And Lara Wall. Jale. Longo and Jale, a quick 1-2. Wall from the left side. Steers it back to Annalie Longo. Wall again, not too many in the box to aim for, but the cross is going to be sent in regardless, and it's misdirected as far as the Phoenix are concerned. Papadinova trying to escape with the ball. Lainey Fryer. Woods. Yalla. Now Woods sends it out to Kualamu on the right. Kualamu directing traffic. Sends it across. Oh, and it was Kelly that came back, seemingly uncontested. The keeper not too concerned that the defender was flying in front. And the Phoenix ultimately defend the ball. Kualamu's cross not really bringing a teammate into play, but that could have been the sort of cross that found an error.
Show your team you're here.
Throw in from left back for Wellington. Jale. And as far as Hoyos. Villau. Guiding a pass out to right back. Elliott. Ball repelled. Kelly. Jaber cuts it inside. McCutcheon had to go. Caught in possession. And now at the edge of the box. Kualamu trying to spin away. Grace Kualamu hits the woodwork. Well, she has dynamite in those boots, Grace Kualamu. And she fashioned a chance. And that is talent right there. Rolled the defender. How about the shot? And it was the width of the post away from a fifth of the season for the 17-year-old. And the Phoenix are on notice. Here's Kruger. Raw seemingly buoyed by that chance a moment ago. Kruger's pass, though, can't find a teammate. The shot count significantly in Wellington's favour, but all it takes is one strike like the one we saw from Kualamu a moment ago, and anything's possible for the Brisbane Roar. Kelly trying to flip the field with a good long ball, but it just had a bit too much on it for Manair Elliott. As we meander towards the hour mark, who will be next to act as far as the bench is concerned? Pringle. Lifts a ball, looking for the run of Yallop, a vital header from Kelly. Kept the ball away from the Brisbane skipper. Throw and taken quickly. Yallop, Pringle, Papadinova. And the ball popped over the top. It's going to hold up on the wet surface, or is it? It just had enough to roll away from Laney Fryer. There's a look at the Raw bench. Mariel Ecker, the Brazilian winger, seemingly unmoved. Neither is Tamar Levin, who can play. Was a very versatile player. Levin has played at left back at times, has played in the front three as a left-sided winger. Primarily seen her as a central midfielder when she has been used this season, but she's dropped out of favour in recent weeks, to the point where she was out of the matchday squad for a couple of weeks and has only returned to the bench today due to some of the injuries and suspensions that have afflicted the Brisbane Roar. There's Paul Temple and his assistant coach, Amy Shepherd. So the hour mark ticks over. Still scoreless. Wall underhit the pass. Delaharp trying to come back with a bit of interest, but not able to go at breakneck speed, so everything waits on the halfway line. Kruger goes backwards. Solomon Woods into a bit of trouble. Blissett. Blissett's pass does find Papadinova. Papadinova slipped on the ball, but is still able to keep possession with Brisbane. Out to the line and taken away. Manair Elliott runs into a block tackle from Woods. Pringle now weaving through, gets the better of Brazendale, and the crowd rises because Emily Pringle is on a solo run and now lifts up across, which catches a deflection, and the Brisbane Roar have a corner. And the American Pringle drawing the plaudits from the home fans there with a run that started in her defensive half and ends in winning a corner down in attack.
All right, Roar fans, are you ready for this corner? Make some noise!
So Tamiki Yallop in front of a banner with her very name on it, Queensland's own. First corner of the game. It's taken an hour for the Brisbane Roar. Yallop drops it on the goal line and knotted in by Kuilamu! The teenage sensation has done it again! It's Grace Kuilamu's 5th goal of the season, and at 17 years of age, she is on a hot streak in the Ninja A-League. All smiles for the youngster, and the Roar's first corner was worth the wait because it's broken the deadlock. Kuilamu, 6 career goals in 15 games. And to put that in context, it took Sam Kerr 23 games to reach 5 goals. It took Em Gilnick 14 games to reach 5 goals. Kaya Simon sitting at home saying, hang on, I had 5 goals after just 6 games. But Grace Kuilamu, her name belongs in that conversation. 6 goals in 15 career games, and she has scored 5 in 13 this season. And she's the difference between the two teams today. Here's Longo. Phoenix looking to hit back straight from kickoff. And they will be so frustrated that they've fallen behind here. All it took was 1 corner, and the Brisbane Roar were able to get the better of them. After absorbing for so much of that first half, the Phoenix were territorially dominant. They were dominant in possession, but they were not dominant in terms of clear-cut chances. And it was Laney Fryer who made a presence on the line. Villau appealed for a foul in vain, and that'll go down as an assist, you would suspect, for Laney Fryer to go with her 7 goals this season. Possession given away here. The Phoenix might be on. Blissett clears only as far as McCutcheon. Drives it straight into Hoyos. And the ball sits up with Longo. Annalie Longo cuts to the left, whips it in, and good hands from Sakani. And rolls it out. Papadinova breaks into the attacking half. It's still going, Papadinova, able to squeeze the ball on. Laney Fryer turns back inside, has got Zara Kruger. Kruger able to keep it away from McCutcheon, and the Raw stay on the attack. Yallop has got Delaharp on the overlap. Delaharp closed down by Wall, and as the ball spins towards the line, Wall avoids conceding a corner. Now Popadinov is down. We saw her get fouled in the first half, and it was a foul that led to a yellow card for Kelly. And here, just a tangle of legs that has seen her go to ground.
Substitution for the Phoenix.
And so the Phoenix are acting here. They're going to go to the bench for the first time today. Olivia Ferguson, the English striker with 2 goals this season, is coming on for Daisy Brazendale, the player who replaced her in the starting 11 today. So Ferguson, who has goals most recently on the 4th of January against Perth, and also scored away against Melbourne City. Is she the answer that Wellington need to find a cutting edge? Popadinova is up without the need for the trainer. Raw want to double their lead. Well, they've still got the momentum behind them. Ball cleared. Ferguson immediately involved, but Kruger's there for the Raw. Woods. McCutcheon. Kelly to McCutcheon. Longo keeps it moving out to the right. Manair Elliott. McCutcheon. Now Jaby getting forward. And it's a Wellington throw, level with the penalty area. Taken quickly to Manair Elliott. Dispossessed by Pringle. Blisson. And the back pass here. Hoyos immediately under pressure, but a cool head. And now Delaharp is away. Yallop. Woods. And the pass, trying to release Kualamu. Goalkeeper drawn out and boots it away. Fryer and Kualamu were both advancing there, but Carolina Villau had position. Was able to strike the ball out to the safety of the line. Yallop goes to ground, and the ball is spilled. Longo. Neat pass inside. Wynnum keeps it moving. Ferguson. Wynnum once more. And Blissett stops the chain of Wellington passes. Kelly. I'm not sure who would perhaps suit better for the game to stretch and more gaps to open up at this point. Both teams been shy on meaningful shots on goal today, so I'm sure their strikers would love the breathing space. McCutcheon. Longo. Elliott tucks it back inside for Longo. Again, passes in the final third reflects Wellington's territorial dominance in the game, but it's the Raw who have the one and only goal of the match so far. It's probably worth mentioning this is the 7th head-to-head between these two teams. Neither side has ever kept a clean sheet when these teams meet. Both teams have always scored whenever Brisbane plays Wellington. Ball out to the left here. Lainey Fryer plays it early. Kualamu, the crowd rises. She's stopped by Lara Wall this time. Now the cross comes in, and Villau out to catch as Yallop was in the vicinity. Lainey Fryer popping that ball in, but too close to the keeper. So Villau, no choice but to go for distance. Della Harp absorbed the contact of the ball initially, but gave it straight to Wynnum. Longo. McCutcheon almost split the defence. Ferguson makes it work. Wynnum sees the runner advancing. It's Manaia Elliott. And just like the first half, the shot's over the bar. Manaia Elliott on the tight angle, right side of the penalty area. The second time we've seen her shoot from almost that position. Just like the first half, it was over the bar. Elliott has 3 goals this season, including a double in the comeback win against Newcastle at Pororua Park a couple of weeks ago. There's the shot on target count. And with 20 minutes of regulation to go, Wellington Phoenix have enjoyed a good 5-minute spell here in possession, but this has been the case all game. They need a cutting edge, and a giveaway like this could be an invitation too good to refuse for the Raw. Kualamu advancing, sees Yallop in an acre of space. Yallop denied by a good save. Fryer with the follow-up, and is nudged off the ball by Barry at the last. Fryer remains down. Woods rolls it back to Della Harp. Laney Fryer is still down in the box, and Della Harp decides to put it out. Well, the Phoenix have got away with one there. It was 3-on-3. And Carolina Villau made a good save to deny Tamika Yallop. And then Mackenzie Barry was all important in the follow-up. So a good pass. And that's a good save from Carolina Villau. And then Barry, nothing illegal about it, just used the body ever so cleverly. And unfortunately, it was a heavy landing for Laney Fryer. So the trainer's out. The Wellington Phoenix with the let-off, because 2-0 would have been a big mountain to climb. Tamika Yallop very nearly had outright second place on the all-time scorers list at her mercy there. She's currently tied with Sam Kerr on 70 career Ninja A-League goals. Saw the Brisbane Roar subs warming up there a moment ago. Had the whole goal to choose from, Tamika Yallop, and ultimately drove it into the leg of the Portuguese stopper. And it's hard to assess exactly what the problem is here for Laney Fryer. Maybe a back, maybe a rib. Physio continuing to go through a process of assessing. Alex Smith won't be satisfied with only a 1-goal lead. Fryer's back up. That's the good news. There are her numbers today. It's been combative and creative, Laney Fryer. So the discussion continues with the physio. Here's one more look at how Mackenzie Barry just nudged her out of the way. She's going to go past some of those subs that are warming up, seemingly saying, not just yet, I'm okay. And the home fans will give her a bit of a roar as she runs around the sideline back to the 4th official. Sister Shan watching in the stands this afternoon. So tack on, you'd think, at least 2 minutes of stoppage for that one delay alone. We're back live, though, at the feet of Isabella Hoyos. All the way back to Olivia Sakani. Headed by Barry. Jale. Ferguson, quick to turn. Ball's nicked off her toes, though. Longo. Now Jaber. Wall down the line. Jale to Wynnum. Woods got a boot in. Did really well, Alicia Woods. And that's going to run on for Kualamu here. Flag up. Laney Fryer offside. Janelle Salmon, the assistant referee. Well, double change on the way, triple change on the way for the Wellington Phoenix. And it's going to be a Ninja A-League debut for one-cap football fern, Amelia Abbott, who's returning from college with the Texas Longhorns. She's a Nelson local who played for Nelson and Canterbury United. And she'll be joined in this triple change by Mebe Tanaka and also Emma Main. But there is Amelia Abbott. Welcome to the Ninja A-League. Let's see if she can make an instant impact. Alyssa Wynnham's number is up. She's one of the 3 players coming off here. Mania Elliott has also made way. Here's Annalie Longo. Can the new faces bring a new lease of life to the Phoenix? Longo cuts it back. Jale blocked once. Jale! Oh, just wide. As good a chance as the Phoenix have fashioned in the second half, though. Olivia Kelly's the other player that's come off for the Phoenix. So that triple sub, Abbott, Tanaka and Main on for Kelly, Wynnham and Elliott. And it means they've brought on all 4 of the outfielders that they had on the bench. Kualamu was knocked over. The ball remains at Brisbane feet. Blissett switching out to the left. Papadinova won't be able to chase it down. 15 minutes of regulation to go. There's your goal scorer, the difference between the 2 teams. Grace Kualamu. One thing that a triple sub can do is disrupt any rhythm that was out there, even if it is fresh legs replacing fatiguing players. The Phoenix have gone for a major change-up. Here's one of those subs, Main, committing a foul. Time's not their friend at the moment, the Phoenix, so they won't want too long for these subs to bed in and get up to the speed of the game. 17 total free kicks in the game. And the Raw, they scored from their only corner. How about a long-range set piece? Pringle. It's going to end up in open play, really. Here's Pringle. Tries to step over against Longo and wins another corner. And that will suit the Brisbane Raw just fine, because it was from this side that they were able to open the scoring. Tamiki Yallop will be the player, again, right in front of the banner that bears her likeness, swinging in the corner kick. Lainey Fryer was crucial in the build-up to the previous goal. He's able to leap in front of the goalkeeper, Villar. Do the Raw go for the same approach? Yallop drops it in the 6-yard box, and Kualamu got the header, and then the follow-up is over the bar, and that was nearly Hoyos, the 16-year-old. So close to making it 2. She knows what a good chance that was. Flicked on by Jale. Can the Phoenix go end-to-end in the blink of an eye? Tanaka, back to Jale. Phoenix committing numbers forward. Emma Main from the right catches a big deflection, and that was to the advantage of Sakani. Here's another look at the corner. Kualamu, first header, blocked away, and then the follow-up from Isabella Hoyos. What a moment that would have been. That last Phoenix attack was a good display of what the new faces are bringing to their front third. Tanaka and Main linking up in the build-up. Abbott. Awkward bounce for Ferguson, but she does bring the ball under control. Main drives a tumbling ball into the box. Hoyos' header, found a teammate. Only as far as Barry. Big 50-50. Lainey Fryer not able to win the ball. Wall. Tanaka. Possession has largely stayed steady since half-time. Abbott. Waiting for the right pass and plays it down the line. Longo is going to bring the ball to the edge of the box here. Annalie Longo standing up Chelsea Blissett. Longo, corner kick coming up. It was good play by the veteran. Here's another look at the attack a moment ago. It was Emma Main. And it just caught a deflection. And if anything, that was just fine for the goalkeeper, Sakani. So, corner kick to be taken by Annalie Longo. Lands on a pack of players. Ferguson, Tanaka, and booted away. Big crowd of players around the ball, but ultimately the Raw had the numbers. Jaber. Woods anticipated the pass. Sets it out in front of Jaber and Fryer, and Jaber decides to take the game on. Now has to duck back in. Barry. Abbott. Longo off and running. Annalie Longo being pursued by Papadinova. It's a bit of a cynical ankle tap there. And the referee's not reaching for the pocket, just a foul, no booking.
2,866.
Here's another look.
Thank you for joining us here at Perry Park to celebrate your team.
It's right on the limit of what you'd think would be a card there for Evie Papadinova, but she'll leave the scene with a clean record. And the Wellington Phoenix have themselves a free kick. So many tall players to aim for. Abbott, another one that's come on. McCutcheon, perhaps the most obvious target, along with Mackenzie Barry. Here's Longo's free kick. Up it goes. Main was the target in the end. And now the follow-up from Wall is blocked away. Jaber brings the ball to a stop. Back to Longo. Longo pushes it out to the wing. Emma Main. Abbott. Mackenzie Barry. Wall. Tanaka. Able to leave behind Delahab. Tanaka. Bending it into the defender Hoyos. It's prevented from going out for a corner by Kualamu. Thrown in by Wall. Ferguson. Tanaka. Wall having to retreat. Barry. Mackenzie Barry. To Lara Wall. Tanaka. He's been energetic since coming on. Tanaka tries to whip in a killer ball and it's headed away. Kruger assesses the options. Just holds the ball up. Zara Kruger was patient. Didn't force a pass with nothing on. Delahab similarly just has to bide her time. And well, the Roar have thought through that pretty well. Kualamu now can change the pace of the attack. Lainey Fryer doesn't quite have the speed as Mackenzie Barry closed in though. Wall. Now Tanaka. Jalo. McCutcheon. Longo keeps it moving. Emma Main sweeps onto the ball from the wing. First time cross. Punched away by Sakani. Only as far as Tanaka. Trying to get a bouncing ball under control. Back to Longo. Longo on the spin. Turns onto the left. And the shot catches a mean deflection, which takes it out for a corner. And Sakani, hands on knees, knowing that there was a slice of luck there. That really could have gone anywhere. The result is a corner kick. Annalie Longo, who has 4 career goals against the Brisbane Roar. That was very nearly number 5. And now she'll stand over this corner kick. Longo's corner. Hangs it high. First head was Wall, now Main, blocked away. Jale sends it back out into space. Tiana Jaber is going to drop it at the edge of the penalty area. Headed away by Yallop, only as far as Tanaka. Now Ferguson extracting a shot, and Sakani holds it. Again, not a venomous shot. Olivia Sakani able to keep it safe for the Raw. Now closing in on the finish line. Sakani goes for the drop kick. McCutcheon. Abbott. Amelia Abbott. Trying to make a perfect introduction to the Phoenix fans. Finds a teammate with the pass. Main. It's hurried into a cross. Blissett clears. Lainey Fryer. Oh, tries to knock it to her own advantage, and the crowd were encouraging her on, but Mackenzie Barry put a stop to that. Abbott. Tangle on the wing, the assistant referee's flagging, and Longo eventually gets the decision. Emily Longo protesting to the central referee, but it was the assistant, Misuk Park, that ultimately alerted Molly Godsell that an infringement had taken place. Phoenix continued to pursue this game. They've had quite a few now mid-range free kicks like this. Plenty of sighteds, and they get one spot on. Longo puts it in the mixer. It's all Raw at the fall initially. Abbott off target, and Hoyos watches it over the line.
Well, Raw fans, 4 minutes to go. Let's make some noise for the
And
team.
Raw are going to turn to their bench for just the second time in the game, and it's the youngster Tanae Morris coming on.
And a substitution for the Brisbane Roar.
We haven't seen her since the 21st of December when she made her only Ninja A-League appearance, the 20-year-old young Matilda. That was in the win away to Newcastle. She's been biding her time, and she's going to come on here for the goal scorer, Grace Kualamu. And, having to leave the field on the outer side, robs Kualamu with a standing ovation from the home fans, but I'm sure they'll make their voice heard when she walks around the perimeter of the pitch. So Morris on, and the only goal scorer of the game, Kualamu, is off after another good shift. 10 fresh legs in attack allow Brisbane Roar to hit on the counter as the Phoenix trying to pin them back in their defensive half. Morris making a first impression off the bench, and McCutcheon caught Yalp in the back of the head there. Here's another look at the foul. Deliberate, but certainly hurt Tamiki Yallop, who is still down here. Trainer's going to be called out. There will be a decent little chunk of stoppage in this game. Here's another look at the foul. And even though the trainers are coming, Yallop won't have to leave the field because Molly Godsell did show a yellow card to Maya McCutcheon, who goes over to have a quick powwow with Paul Temple on the bench. Mariel Ecker, the Brazilian, is the next player lined up to come on. The question is, will it be for Yallop? You'd expect that holding on to only a 1-0 lead, they wouldn't want her to leave the game under any circumstances, really. This will almost take the game into stoppage time here. Frustration again for Wellington. Been goal shy at times this season.
Substitution for the Brisbane Roar, number 19, Lainey Fryer.
It's Lainey Fryer who is coming off. And Mariel Ecker will be coming on. And so Fryer, whose assist set up Kualamu for the only goal of the game. She comes off. And the Brazilian winger, Ariel Eka, comes on. Very much an adopted Queenslander now. She's on for appearance number 51 in the Ninja A-League. Here's the restart from the free kick. Yallop has received treatment. And the ball is going to run out for a throw. So the moment of truth from the fourth official coming up. How many minutes will Wellington have left to try and chase this game? And can Brisbane Roar see themselves to the finish line and pick up a win that will restore them in fourth on the Ninja A-League table? Throwing goes back to the keeper, Villau. Wellington starting on the last line of defence. McCutcheon, Wall, Longo, now Main. Emma Main waits for the overlapping run of Wall, cross into the near post. Main takes possession and a drive, but hooks it well wide. And 4 minutes of additional time, so Brisbane Roar probably start pulling up the handbrake here, you imagine. Trying to milk every second they can. McCutcheon can't force the header forward. Jaber's got to backtrack. Plays the back pass to Villau. Villau goes for distance. Hoyos. As far as Jale, midfield battle ensues. Woods prods it on. Abbott backtracking. 1 minute of the additional 4 ticked by. Villau sizes up the options and goes for distance. Series of deflections. Tanaka tries to knock it on. Look at the speed here of Tanaka, and held on to by Sakani. Well, it was great speed from Tanaka to get to the ball. She couldn't twist it back into the path of a teammate.
Number 10, Grace
Here's another look at Tanaka. Made ground, and Main was waiting for the tap in the middle, but the goalkeeper had that covered. Can they fashion one more chance, the Phoenix? In the meantime, Tanae Morris is on the ball here for the Brisbane Roar, and a second goal could put it to bed. Morris sends it across. It's going to fall at the far post, and not cleared by Abbott. Papadinova, is she happy to take it down to the corner? She is. Papadinova wrestling against Longo. Did the ball ever go out? It's still live. Papadinova off the underside of the crossbar. Well, talk about foxing. Initially, it was wasting time in the corner, and then it ends hitting the woodwork. And that would have been good night. And 3 points for Brisbane. Well, Papadinova went for it there. That would have been her first goal since round 1, and instead hit it flush off the crossbar. Emily Longo's annoyed because she thought the ball had gone out. Roar have got it down the right end as far as they're concerned. Morris, Eka, the two subs trying to make a presence. Here's Yallop. Does she go to the corner? It looks like that. Well, again, they're foxing the Roar. They're keeping Wellington guessing. Della Harp. And eventually out for a Phoenix ball, but they've only got 1 minute left to work with. Main. Barry. And now Jaber. Jaber hoists it high. Jale trying to flick a header on, but couldn't get any real momentum behind it. And Hoyos clears. Barry will, well, neither nod it back to the keeper nor loop it over the shoulder. Instead, it's gone out for a Roar corner, and that will be frustrating. Because if Roar take their time here, they will just about take this to the end of stoppage before the corner is even taken. There is no one within the vicinity of the right-hand corner. That's the scene. Chelsea Blissett is walking over very slowly. Such frustration for the Phoenix. so stoppage time is up. Can Phoenix win the ball back? Yallop's there to keep it down in the corner if they want, and indeed that's what happens. Mickey Yallop sees it go out for another raw throw. They'll keep it right down where they want it. And a 3-game losing streak is over for the Brisbane Roar. Grace Kualamu with the only goal. And the Wellington Phoenix left to rue a match where they did have a lot of possession, a lot of territory, but ultimately no cutting edge. And it means the Brisbane Roar move into 4th on the Ninja A-League table and leave the Wellington Phoenix outside the top 6 by 3 points as a result of this defeat. They will certainly be looking forward to heading home next week. It's ended at Perry Park. Brisbane Roar 1, Wellington Phoenix 0. And there's your match winner, Grace Kualamu, with her 5th of the season and 6th career. 6 goals in just 15 games for the 17-year-old. What a start she has made in the Ninja A-League. Alex Smith, the coach of Brisbane, can afford a smile. His team is back on track. And they go away to the Wanderers next weekend. So let's go to the match highlights. This was in the first half. It was an opportunity for